Alright, so this is my first time using the YouTube recording app. I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick test run. And since I'm in the process of just test running this product, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about something that interests me. And I guess I'm just going to pick a topic off the top of the head and see. Indie games. That's one thing I definitely have started getting into. Indie games, to me, is essentially like it's kind of like the bootleg liquor phase of the prohibition. Now, of course, it's not prohibited to make an indie game. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the cool thing about indie games is that they can kind of subvert the funds that are going towards these AAA titles that essentially are starting to progressively suck every time they pump out a new one. And they're giving an opportunity for developers who've been laid off arbitrarily in the past from things moving forward, and giving them a chance to put new blood into the gaming industry. And new blood into the gaming industry is what is really driving innovation right now, because if you look at these AAA titles, they're not putting out any real new features in these games, no real new intricate storylines, nothing edgy, nothing really well thought out. They're just kind of rehashing and recycling the things that we've enjoyed, because that's what the investors look at. But when you look at indie games don't really necessarily pander to what the investors want. They have their ear to the floor and they listen to what the audience wants. And the audience is the ones that ultimately have the final say, whereas in AAA games, they don't exactly listen too well to the audience because they have to please their investors. Therefore, making big strides in innovation can become a very costly thing. Not to say that AAA titles are garbage. I'm just trying to say that when we want to make a game, we want to try to take it to that next level, that whole nother level. And when a gaming company doesn't do that and just reskins cutscenes and releases games that don't even work, when they do these things, it's basically time for the indie developers to come to the rescue, because the indie developers are the opposition against AAA titles that's going to force them to start doing their fucking jobs. Because I'm beginning to see that these AAA titles are not making tier 1 products like they used to. And us as consumers, I just have to be honest with you, and not that I'm saying this to myself, but I have to say most consumers are rapidly retarded in consideration to what it means when you spend your money. If you spend your money, and it's green, of course, and you spend it on a game that doesn't work, you got to seriously ask yourself, why did I spend money that works for a game that doesn't? Why does this company get to have my green money that works? No patches, no day one updates, none of those issues, no bugs, no glitches, no low frame rates, no shitty online play, no bad network connections. Why do they get to have the money that works when their fucking product does not? And I'm seeing that gamers as consumers are essentially a bunch of suckers, and these companies know it. And so the only saving grace that we have in a gaming community of suckers is the indie developers, because they're the ones who are going to push the companies to start doing a better job, because we as consumers, we just keep on spending our money on bullshit, and they're going to keep making bullshit. And the only thing that exists right now to make these companies do their jobs is the competition coming from the indie development side of things. And I'm really appreciative and excited to see what comes out next. So, peace out, YouTube.